was a stay-at-home mom. Louis went to school. I had a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old that I felt I needed to stay home. So when Louis came home, he came home to a house that had a warm body in it, and he came home, you know, to a hot meal because he would never eat lunch at school. And I felt I was doing everything humanly possible to create a safe home and teach my family, my children, value.
But for Tina Chéry and her family, all that changed on December 20th, 1993. Her oldest son, then 15-year-old Louis David Brown, was shot and killed on his way to a Christmas party given by a group called Teens Against Gang Violence.
After Louis was killed, it just didn't seem right that we are allowing where young people are gunned down on a continuing basis, and there is no outrage and there is no outcry. So when Louis was killed, I tell people this is when I woke up.
So less than a year after her son's death, Tina made the conscious choice to transform her pain and anger into action. In 1994, she co-founded the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute, dedicated to providing crisis management and counseling services to family members of homicide victims.
The work of the Peace Institute are grounded in 7 guiding principles: love, unity, faith, hope, courage, justice, and that big F word, forgiveness. When we have a family sitting in front of us right after the murder of their loved one, as a way of making sure that their loved ones are a part of this process, is we want to know which of these principles that your loved one embodied.
Soon, Tina started expanding her vision. She developed the Peace Curriculum, a nationally recognized program that teaches the value of peace through literature and community service learning. She also launched the Memorial Button Project to stand in solidarity with other families impacted by violence.
I wanted others to see that you are not alone. When this happens to your loved one, other people feel it, and I wanted you to know I'm feeling it with you also. And then 2, I wanted it also to be a visual and an educational piece for people to see each victim has a name. Each victim has a family behind them. Behind each victim, there is a story.
And it's very clear to Tina that we have to do better by our children. In hindsight, Tina realized that Louis taught her that lesson.
Louis couldn't understand why adults were always blaming the children. He did not vote. He did not make the laws, but yet every time violence happened, adults were always blaming the children. He also believed that if true peace was to be achieved, it would be up to his generation, regardless of which side of the streets they come from. And I think it was when Louis was killed that I realized I now needed to continue what he believed.
While Tina admits she struggles with forgiveness, she embraces the necessity of it, and she seeks out strength from others who share her passion and her cause. On May 10th, 1996, Tina inaugurated the Mother's Day Walk for Peace.
As mothers, we are coming together to publicly walk together and make a public statement to create a seamless web that as a community we are going to work together to protect each other's children, whether you've been impacted by violence or not, to walk for peace. So this is something that people know.
All her efforts have drawn others to the Peace Institute.
Good morning, everyone. Most of our staff is made up of survivors. We are on everybody's referral list. You know, we are the police department, homicide unit, they refer families to us. The hospitals refer families to us. Last year, we got first-time social work interns from Boston University School of Social Work. That's what's the power of us being here, where social workers can come in and they can see in action what they're learning in the classroom. That's what makes this place unique. but we're doing it because it's of experience.
For Tina, it is her calling, her path. She faces it head on and embraces each and every opportunity. From her offices in Dorchester, Tina can step out into the street and feel the pulse of the neighborhood. She can sense a change, and with each step, it makes her feel better about her life and the legacy of her son.
How can I take his visions, his dreams, and his goal of creating a community of peace, a community where all families are valued for their peacemaking effort? How could I do that? And the best way to do that was to, 1, keep his name alive, and 2, practice what we lived at home and then share it with others.